Mr. Milberg, here's a gift. 2 months rent.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to have my receipt book on me.
Well, now you owe me.
Okay, so, all the ends well.
Yeah. Well,
You better
you got
count the money.
All right, I count the money.
well.
See you later, Milberg.
Here, you got your rent, and I got my brand new wife.
Wife, yes. Brand new?
Go Milberg! 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 Go Milberg!
We had our own burdens to bear, and we're sure you had yours. After all, that's why we're in this room together.
Play the double draw. What you waiting for? Easy to play with 4 draws a day. Easy to win, so come on and play the double draw. What you waiting for? Play the double draw.
And good evening, everyone. I'm Jewel Ford, and this is double draw number 18,191 for Friday, May 8th, 2015. The draw supervised by our auditor, Jabari Hurdle, and he's from Ernst & Young. It only takes $1 for your chance to be a double draw winner. And the double draw Mat 7 jackpot is now $163,000. And every day that it's not won, it increases by $1,000. So let's see what this evening's multiplier number will be. And the balls are dropped into the staging tubes, being churned around in the machine. The multiplier number is 4. Here are the double draw numbers. First number is 24. Second number is 21. Third number is 1. Fourth number is 30. The fifth number is 9. The sixth number is 28. And the seventh and final number is 14. I'll repeat those winning numbers for you once again. The 7 lucky numbers are 24, 21, 1, 30, 9, 28, and 14. The multiplier number is 4. You can enter the double draw Look at Me promotion for your chance to win $50 in an instant. Just spend $20 or more in double draw tickets in one transaction, and you'll receive a double draw Look at Me sticker. Put that sticker on your vehicle, bike, bag, or wherever someone can spot it for your chance to be seen by the double draw crew. See press for more details. Let's meet some of the latest double draw winners. Congratulations from all of us at the Barbados Lottery. Play the $250,000 Platinum Payout Scratch game, where there's over $3.1 million in prizes to be won and over $790,000 in prizes ranging from $200 to $2,000. Pick up that $250,000 Platinum Payout Scratch card from select lottery agents island-wide. The jackpot for the next Mega 6 draw is $417,500, and the Super Lotto jackpot is $3,310,000. Buy your tickets today because you have to be in it to win it. Join us at 9 p.m. for the next double draw show. The Barbados Lottery, supporting sport, youth, and culture.
Play the double draw. What you waiting for? Easy to play with 4 draws a day. Easy to win, so come on and play the double draw. What you waiting for? Play the double draw.
We come before your throne, Lord, with great humility. Mighty are your works, Lord, the world under your feet. Maker of my heart, I bow to you. Because of your great love, I honor you. Give me eyes to see your glory now, and I will worship you with all of me. With all of me. With all of
The time is now 7 p.m. Time for the CBC Evening News. This time check is brought to you by Fruta.
Prime Minister Stewart heads to Martinique and Guadeloupe to discuss climate change issues. The tourism minister says the island is still benefiting from a good winter season. And in sports, Pollard and the Mumbai Indians win their 5th in a row to move into IPL playoff contention.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
Hello, good evening. I'm Lisa Broom with the Friday, May 8th edition of the CBC Evening News. Prime Minister Fandel Stewart is taking part in a regional summit on climate change in Martinique this weekend. The Prime Minister will also attend the opening ceremony for the Caribbean Center of Expression and Memory of Slavery and the Slave Trade in Guadeloupe. The meeting is being held tomorrow, May 9th, in preparation for the 21st session of the Conference of the Parties of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, scheduled for Paris in December 2015. The inauguration of the center, the first of its kind in the Caribbean, will be on Sunday, May 10th. Mr. Stewart's participation comes at the invitation of the President of France, François Hollande, who will deliver addresses at both events. France, its overseas territories and former colonies commemorate on May 10th the French declaration of slavery as a crime against humanity, and the day also celebrates the abolition of slavery. Now, underscoring the importance of CARICOM's attendance at both events, Prime Minister Stewart said it would give the regional leaders an opportunity to present their position on climate change to the President of France. The tourism sector is still enjoying the impact of a very good winter season. That season ran from December 15th to March 15th and boasted higher than anticipated arrival and spending figures. This from Tourism Minister Richard Seeley as he delivered the Democratic Labour Party's weekly lunchtime lecture.
Hilton is full, and almost any major significant hotel property on the island is doing extremely well. Flights are still coming in full and leaving full. British Airways and Virgin, you can't get a seat until June, so the winter period has been quite successful.
Mr. Seeley says the Tourism Ministry's focus now is finding ways to sustain the improvements made and maximize the benefits over the long term. In terms of positioning the marketing effort, Mr. Seeley says future prosperity calls for Barbados to invest in new markets as well as relook some old ones.
I look forward to the day when we will have direct flights here from Western Canada, where, of course, the oil sands are. Very prosperous part of that country. Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, very prosperous area. And in order to get to Barbados now, you have to fly even longer than it takes to get here to get to Toronto, and then overnight, and then come here. It's a production to get to Barbados from Alberta, and we're hoping that eventually, either with Air Canada or WestJet, or maybe even both.
The open campus of the University of the West Indies has managed to roll out a number of new courses after they were placed on the back burner. The new acting principal, Dr. Luz Longsworth, says alternative sources of funding sought and partnerships forged have worked for the open campus.
With the partnerships that I mentioned through the Canadian government and through the Caribbean Development Bank, as well as through the private sector, we have been able now to move very, very quickly, as you can see, in the last year or so, in bringing these on stream. So I'm happy to say that the dream is no longer deferred. It is here.
Dr. Longsworth, who has been acting principal for more than 5 months, held a media e-news conference with representatives from Barbados and other member territories, sharing her vision for the open campus. She says the campus intends to take the UE to the people. She says it will work with sister tertiary institutions in producing graduates that can develop their countries, families, and self.
Through our use of enabling technologies, we will be working over the next year to enhance our student experience, and our registrar, Mrs. Ford Warner, will elaborate more on some of those initiatives. We will ensure that our programming is truly aligned to develop a workforce that is ready and able to defeat poverty and ignorance in our region.
Registrar Karen Ford Warner says the open campus strives to give students the best experience. She says applicants will soon be able to register online.
We'll be rolling out this new program. We'll be going live beginning in from January of 2016 with our registration. So we are looking forward to very exciting times with this new banner system. It will also help us to integrate better with the other UWI campuses who are also using various modes of banner.
There have been reports widely circulated on social media sites about people allegedly being robbed by people using a vehicle with a siren. However, the Royal Barbados Police Force says it does not have any reports or information of such. Police Public Relations Officer, Acting Assistant Superintendent David Welch, says this is simply not true and wants people to stop sending out false information.
It has come to the attention of the force that information is being circulated on social media stating that persons are using a vehicle with sirens to rob. The force does not have any reports or information that this has occurred. There are no such matters reported to the force or information suggesting that such incidents have occurred. The public can be assured that we will continue to inform them about crimes and occurrences of concern. We are asking persons to desist from causing undue distress and alarm to the public.
The number of individuals being affected by autism is rising in Barbados, and to assist the relatives and friends of autistic children, there will be a one-day seminar at the Cave Hill School of Business with the theme Impacting Autism Through Early Intervention. It happens on May 18th. This is according to Chairperson of the Autism Committee, Rotary Club of Barbados, Tracy Knight-Lloyd.
If you're a parent and you are new to diagnosis, you've just recently had a child who's been diagnosed with autism, then this one-day workshop is for you. If you're a daycare provider, if you're an auntie, if you're a babysitter, if you work with children, young children up to the age of at least 9 years old, then this seminar is also for you. If you're a Sunday school teacher, then this seminar is also for you. So what we're basically doing is looking at people who care for children in their formative years, helping them to recognize what autism looks like, and varying ways that they can cope as well as parents.
President of the Rotary Club, Alex McDonald, supports the event. He says the club has received 2 awards for its outstanding community service for creating awareness about special needs through the Special Needs House.
Just to make people aware that they should be able to ask and to get services and to have specialty workshops that will be targeted to people, to teaching people how to cope with people who have special needs. Not only mothers and fathers, but also friends, grannies, granddads, uncles and aunts, the wider community. So I think that's where we're going to go in phase 2 of this, but also maintaining our firm support behind the schoolhouse of special needs.
Meanwhile, children with autism have caught the attention of a leading financial institution, Global Finance. Chief Executive Officer Ron Davis says autistic children have a special ability to focus on their area of interest, which must be honed. He's encouraging relatives and caregivers of autistic children to attend the seminar.
Whatever we can do to help focus these children, and we realize that special needs, some children may get out of it, but generally special needs children become special needs adults. And so what are you going to do when the school system no longer supports those special needs? So at the school we're developing arts and crafts and ways for them to focus their talents to turn around and earn an income for themselves in wider society.
Psychiatrist Dr. Shirley Allen will also be speaking at the seminar. She says an autistic child usually performs highly in a particular area because of their ability to focus intently on that subject. But she explains it's their social skills that need improving.
This is a really good thing about providing. This is a really good thing about providing doing advocacy and providing information for early intervention and for understanding as a child walks through the different phases of their development. And it's not just for parents, as we said, at that stage it's also for teachers to understand that some children will have different areas of strengths and challenges. And we're not just working to help them well on academic scores, but helping them into the improvement in terms of social interaction and stuff like that.
Expect a number of road closures in St. Thomas tomorrow as the Barbados Water Authority moves ahead with its mains replacement program. There will be traffic diversions from Applewitz to Canewood. This will be from 7 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Motorists coming from Bridgetown using Lears Road will have to travel to the roundabout and turn left onto Highway 3, then drive approximately 2 kilometers along the highway past Bournes Village. You're then being instructed to turn left onto Locust Hall Tenantry Road, travel past Applewitz Plantation, and either go right or left onto Highway 3A. The other option is turning left off Highway 3A at Canewood Junction, then making a right through Cane Garden Development and right again onto Highway 2 using Bridgefield, Hopewell and through Jack-in-the-Box Gully to then turn left onto Stronghope House or right into Prout Village. Motorists are asked to proceed with caution and follow the directions of traffic wardens and traffic signs which will be in place to direct motorists around these closures. The BWA says it regrets any inconvenience caused. Well, with Mother's Day just days away, Barbados has been listed the world's 52nd best place to be a mother. Norway takes the #1 spot according to the World Mother Report conducted by Save the Children. Countries are judged based on maternal and child health, children's access to education, and women's political and economic status. Grenada is ahead of Barbados at position 43, the Bahamas 64, Trinidad and Tobago 67, St. Lucia 68, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 86, Jamaica 94, and the Dominican Republic 95. Somalia is ranked the worst place to be a mother. For the second year running, findings show almost 15% of Somali children do not live to see their 5th birthday. We'll have more news after the break, but first we want to get your take on this question. Do you believe Barbadian mothers are among the best to be found anywhere in the world? Text yes or no to short code 8111. We'll have the results at the end of the news.
Your home is probably the biggest investment you'll ever make, so don't let the elements wreak havoc on it. To protect it against peeling, cracking, flaking, fungus and algae, use Berger Weatherproof Ultra. Extreme tropical protection made to withstand the elements. Ultra tough, ultra durable, ultra beautiful. We guarantee it.
Berger paints for lasting beauty and protection.
Our life, our restaurant, our family means everything to us. A strong headache, then the pain goes away and our passion comes in.
Panadol Ultra, a combination of ingredients clinically proven to relieve the toughest pains, strong enough to relieve even the pain of migraine. Panadol Ultra, when strong pain is gone, life takes its place.
Next case, the People versus Martin White. Mr. White has been charged with guilty. Next case.
But Your Honor, you haven't heard the charges yet.
Guilty. Next case. Guilty. 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 Life in prison. Guilty. Next case.
Many Barbadians seem pleased with the new security measures to be implemented at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. The QEH is set to install walk-through and bag scanners, as well as increase the number of security guards at the facility. Some of the measures will go into effect from Sunday morning and follow two recent breaches in security. A CBC team took to the streets to find out how Barbadians feel about the new measures.
I think it was a good initiative to bring the security measures in which they had placed at the hospital, because I believe that in some places as simple as the hospital, we've seen things on the news in various countries and societies where they've had incidences where persons were walking into places like that and harming others. So I believe that anything to improve the welfare or the well-being of members within the society is something good that we can keep doing and putting in place.
I have no problem with it because it would just beef up the security more and people will feel more safe.
Every action has a equal and opposite reaction. You got to think of the safety of staff first and foremost, which will going to be in a union issue and all those sorts of things, industrial relations and whatnot. And at its core is a health institution. Most people in there being sick are helpless. You can't have people running through institutions like that wild and brandishing guns and whatnot. I think the public would understand, because I think anyone else going into the hospital wants to feel safe when they visit an institution like that.
Is a very good intervention for if they have it in place. I think it would help protect everyone who enter.
Well, in regard to parking at the hospital, you do park at your own risk, but you don't expect to come out and have your tires slashed. So to me, extra security measures is a good way to go.
Increasing violence and violent crime are becoming a common feature across Barbados and the region. Caribbean countries, according to the president of the Association of Caribbean Commissioners of Police, David Baines, are seeing spikes in gun-related violence. In an exclusive interview with CBC News, he says each country is being impacted in different ways.
Some of them it might be conflict within different gangs within your community. Others, it's poverty-driven, where people are unemployed and turning to violent crime to engage in acts of robbery and violence. Sadly, some of those have escalated into shootings. If you couple that with some other issues that have taken off in the region, such as the advent of increased pawn shops, cash for gold that have extended now not just for cash for gold and jewellery, but into any item, has meant there's been an easier place with which to take stolen property or indeed to change property.
Commissioner Baines says a lot of the illegal firearms on the streets of Barbados can be linked to the United States.
We've seen an uplift in the number of firearms stores, particularly in Florida, that have grown and are increasingly supplying weapons that set off by a legal purchase in the US, and they are smuggled into each of the Caribbean countries. Sometimes they're coming directly in cargo, so you've got to have systems at your airports to x-ray bags coming in. The more, the better. You've got to have intelligence systems linked into our US colleagues that will identify who high-profile individuals are who are buying the weapons within the US to facilitate their delivery.
People today, are searching for answers and are trying to distinguish right from wrong. This acknowledgement from News Service Overseer in the Jehovah's Witnesses Church, David Gill. He says information will be provided in the public address, How Can You Distinguish Right from Wrong, at the Special Assembly Program of Jehovah's Witnesses to be held at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center.
Now, if you look at some of the news items carried in recent times, you can see why these topics would resonate with the community. And when people come to the convention, to the assembly, they are going to benefit. They're going to benefit in at least two ways. One, they're going to find that the advice given in the Bible is really very practical for everyday living. And two, they're going to have a stirring hope for the future.
Mr. Gill says the series of assemblies will be held on May 10th and 31st, as well as June 14th. The schedule for the program can be found online at the official website of Jehovah's Witnesses.
If an individual wants to come, you can put up my teleprompter again. If an individual wants to come to the Keep Seeking Jehovah's Righteousness assemblies, that individual can go on the jw.org website and actually download the program so that they know what to expect right from the beginning of the program at 9:20 in the morning right through to the end at 4:10 in the afternoon.
Well, 94.7 has rewarded the winners of its I Want to Go to St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2015 promotion. Teresa Griffith and Susan Wilkinson received their prizes that will allow them to see artists like Robin Thicke, Jimmy Cliff and Florida. Ms. Wilkinson admits she has won promotions like this before. However, Ms. Griffith says this is her first time.
Have you guys ever won anything before like this?
Never.
So what was it like getting that call to hear that you won?
I was a little bit in shock, actually. I thought, is this for real? You know, is someone winding me up or?
But you don't joke when it comes to these things.
No, I was quite excited, actually.
Both winners say 94.7 is their station of choice because of the variety of music played. Program manager Pearson Bowen says this is something the station aims to do as it continues to offer prizes to listeners.
Of course, as you know, 94.7 FM is the rhythm of life, and we'll have all sorts of rhythmic things going on and opportunities for you to continue to win. Naturally, listening to 94.7 FM is a winning choice. And so we really want to thank you so much for making us your choice, and we encourage you to continue enjoying the rhythm.
Congratulations to both ladies. Well, still to come, I'll look at some of the stories making headlines across the region. But first, a reminder that we want to hear from you on the question, do you believe Barbadian mothers are among the best to be found anywhere in the world? Text yes or no to short code 8111. The results